going back to what I was saying earlier. Um, so there you go. I had my first flight from MSP to Denver, Colorado, and then from Denver, Colorado to San Francisco, California, and then from San Francisco to Manila. So it was a long flight. Um, how was my experience there? Well, the first leg of my flight from Minnesota to Denver, it was very smooth. The plane is decent enough. Expect the United Airlines treatment. It's really good. It's smooth. And there's few passengers there. They were, some of them were listening to music, minding their own business. And I saw this one of this coming through. I don't know. I was just doing this. So I was like, I was just messing around with the other crew or whatnot. But anyway, that's just what I've noticed. And then comes the next flight, which is where am I? From Denver, Colorado to San Francisco. That also is very smooth. It's a short flight. It's very I didn't really have a lot of waiting time there. From the airport going to my next flight. But the good thing is I don't have to worry about my luggages. They're the one taking care of it. Transfer to another carrier. So I was here at the gate and everything. Denver, Colorado, I had to walk a little bit and then take a bus and take me to my gate. So that also is very smooth. And then it was smaller than the first carrier, the first flight. And then the next one is the flight from San Francisco, California to what do you call this? San Francisco, California to the Philippines. So let me tell you a story. I don't know if I'm being paranoid or what, but so my flight from Denver, Colorado, going to San Francisco airport. I've noticed like the plane kind of tilted a little bit. I've noticed that there's like a light formation. I don't know which I know it's in California somewhere, but I don't know which part of California that was, but there's like a formation of light, and from what I'm seeing, it looks like it's a shape of the cross, like two cross, like I don't know if it's like a lantern that they have or lights. There's two of them, two crosses aligned in California. It's very close to San Francisco Airport, but I don't know exactly which part of California that was. I've noticed it because I was on the window seat, because I love looking at the clouds. That is something um, that I love to do, even with local trips here, even riding on a bus. I like sitting on a window seat to see the view, the clouds for that matter. But anyway, going back to what I was saying, so that's what I saw. There's this cross formation somewhere in California close to San Francisco airport. So like there's two cross. It's probably like a lantern or a light, but there's two of them. That's what I've noticed. And then I arrived in California, right? I arrived in San Francisco, California. There's a little bit of walking there because airport is like under maintenance kind of thing. um, but I wasn't complaining or anything. But I still have a lot of waiting time to get to my next flight. So I was in California. There's a lot of different nationality there. Like different nationality. I've seen it looks like there's a um, big community there of Asian. Different. I mean, and also I've seen a lot of Filipino, obviously, because we're all going to the Philippines at my gate, right? So I was at the gate. There's nothing much to do there. I was just sitting there charging my phone, ready for my next flight. I ordered tuna sandwich and I got like a bottled water at the airport, getting ready and preparing for my next flight, right? So there you have it. So there were lines there, one of which is for service member, for people who serve like in the army kind of thing, and then um, vets and all that kind of stuff on the other corner. And there's also one for like regular passengers. I feel like, people there at the airport is expecting me to line up there on the other side where, um, but, oh well, but anyway, I get in, we boarded, got into the plane. I mean, the trip was pretty much very smooth. Food was really good. We were served different food, snacks, and all that kind of stuff. A lot of, excuse me, a lot of Filipino passengers, obviously, and there's also Americans behind me. But anyway, um, I was for the most part listening to music, sleeping. There wasn't really a lot of turbulence, so it was a very smooth, easy flight. I was listening to music. There's this lady, a Filipina as well. She said she's from Houston, Texas, and she's going to visit her family. I can't remember exactly which part of the Philippines, but she's very friendly and nice. But anyway, during the flight, all I could hear from the passenger behind me, they were saying words like stupid, like, I don't know. It was repeatedly said over and over and over and over and over and over again. Like, I don't know who they're saying that words to. I don't know if they're arguing there or something. 'Cause the other Filipinos that I am with at the airport, I mean, they weren't saying anything. But those other passengers are in the back. They were the ones saying those words, which really surprises me. Like, what's wrong with these people? What's going on? Why are you saying that? I didn't say anything. I just ignored it and pay attention to listening to music. Service crew of United Airlines is very polite, friendly. I don't have anything bad to say about them or against them. Food was very nice, very good. um, until I arrived at the airport in the Philippines at Naiya Airport in the Philippines in Manila. It was, I think, around 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning when we arrived, like super early in the morning. I was waiting to see the sunrise. It was raining when I arrived in the Philippines, and I was smiling because I can see the raindrops from the window, and I was like, oh my god, I'm finally home. I'm here in the Philippines already. I even took a picture and video of the window where water is dripping, and I was like, oh my god, this is a good sign. This is a good sign from the Lord. The rain signifies and symbolizes hope. So there you have it. I arrived at the airport. It was Christmas time that I arrived at the airport. Can you believe it? And then we arrived in the Philippines safe and sound. I headed directly to there's like an immigration one or whatever, and they said, they checked my stuff and everything, and then I proceed to the luggage counter. And then on the luggage counter, I saw the commercial MX3 with chapter Jeremiah chapter 29 verse 11 um, with Venus Ra picture, and then the Bible verse that says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to give you hope and a future." It's funny because I remember my cousin, she would always tease me that I look like Venus Ra when I was in college. I do think that Venus Ra is more beautiful though, but it's a compliment to hear that. But anyway, so that's the picture of Venus Ra there. I was like, wow, that is exactly the verse that I typed in while I was on the air, thousand and thousand feet. Um, I did write on my notes on my phone while I forgot how it was written on my notes. I'm going to post that as well. On air, I wrote the Jeremiah 29:11, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, to give you hope and a future." So I was like, oh my God, God really has a plan for me. I know that He has a plan for me to give me hope and a future. So I had this, I have this very optimistic feeling about me going home, that okay, the Philippines welcomed me with this promise. So God is good. He knows exactly the desires of my heart and the verse that I've been holding on to, Jeremiah 29:11. But anyway, so I was at the luggage counter, right? And then I was at the luggage counter, and then there's this Filipino lady, and she said, I asked her husband, are you gonna be here for Christmas vacation? I'm trying to be chatty and friendly. And she said, she looks really sad. And she said, no, I'm actually here because like the family member died and passed away. So I was like, oh, condolence. That was very sad. But anyway, I had my next flight again, which is from Manila to Legazpi with Cebu Pacific. So can you imagine that? Can you imagine flying from Minnesota to Denver, Colorado to San Francisco, California to Manila, and then from Manila taking another flight to Legazpi. But anyway, so there at the airport, oh my God, there's a lot of people there. It's packed, as you can imagine, it's Christmas Day. And I was surprised. I was at the airport. There was this. I was there at the airport waiting for the airport person to announce where my gate was. I saw the picture of the green light at the airport, the Aurora Borealis. Aurora Borealis is the green northern lights in Minnesota that I've seen in 2024 with someone special, friend that I had before. It was nice, but then at the airport I was overhearing these people was saying, oh, I watched the show or something like that, or they were saying like you will be, I'm just gonna translate it in English, but they were talking in Tagalog. They were saying like, because people were asking me, right, like we're going, I told the lady that nobody really knows that I'm going home. It's a surprise to my family that I'm going home. And then I was overhearing people saying, you're the one who's going to be surprised. And they were saying that I'm the one who's going to be surprised. And I was like, why are they saying that? But anyway, so there's like this, these people at the airport. They were talking things like, is she gonna marry the other guy or stuff like that. I was like, am I that popular or famous here in the Philippines? Because I know that people know me in Minnesota because again, I'm very active with community. I like to volunteer, and I met a lot of people at the bank, and all that kind of stuff. But not to the point like, being famous and everything all over the world kind of thing. Not the Hollywood kind of star kind of, but that's what they're making me feel there at the airport. I mean, I've been even even the what do you call this? Even foreigners, they seem like they know me, and I'm not lying. I'm being honest. I was surprised. Why do these people know me and they're looking at me like it's super weird, you know, the feeling of how did you know me? That kind of stuff, right? Maybe just being paranoid or any or something like that. But anyway, so there you go. So the airport. And then there's this screen where you can see like your next flight, what time it will leave the airport and everything. And I saw this screen. It has the green light, the aurora borealis, the northern light, and then I did have breakfast there at the airport as well. I had rice and tap, I think. So that's what I had, and then I was boarding to my next flight, which is Manila, to Manila via Cebu Pacific going to Legazpi. That flight is very smooth. You know, it's a short flight from Manila to Legazpi. I was like, finally, I'm gonna arrive home. It's Christmas. It will be fun and everything, right? So there you go. I arrived at the airport, and then I was looking at the window. The pilot, the Cebu Pacific pilot. It looks like he is an Indian. Um, he's an Indian pilot. He seems very nice. But the thing is, I never really had a chance seeing the Mayun volcano while we are, you know, arriving. While we are arriving at the airport. But it's a good day. It wasn't very sunny. It's more of like gloomy, cloudy kind of day. And then so we did arrive at the airport. Like walking there at the gate, I saw the Mayun volcano. After how many years, I was like, oh my god, this is real. I am home. I want to pinch myself and tell myself that yes, you are home. You're in the Philippines. You're final. So I did take a picture of. I took a picture of the Mayun volcano with my Infinity Angel. I had that Infinity Angel with me. It's actually my, what do you call this? It's one of my Christmas tree ornaments that I got before. It's an infinite angel. It's like made of pearl and then like a thread color gold. So I took a picture of that with the Mayun volcano. I was like, I'm gonna give it to Nathan because he's my angel. Like he's my angel. So I took a picture of that with the Mayun volcano and the infinite angel with me, my Christmas tree ornament that I still have with me at home. So I don't know. I waited for my bag. Went to the air. I got my bag and everything. I got the push-up cart and then headed towards the door, the exit door. So there I saw my brother John, Peter and Nathan. I was like, oh my god. I don't know, this is weird. You know, so I saw my brother, and I was very, you know, I don't know how to react. I don't know if I'm gonna hug them. Like it's like an overwhelming emotion. But I was so tired. I was like, I just wanna, you know. So I grabbed Nathan first, and then, you know, kissed him. I was like, oh my god, Nathan is finally, and mommy's finally here, and I'm seeing Nathan after how many years of waiting to be with him, and I arrived on Christmas Day, and that's the happiest Christmas of my life. And then I took a picture of Nathan and my brothers. I don't know, Peter is acting really strange. He isn't that um because I'm very close to my brother Peter, but at the time he seems like very he doesn't sound like aloof or distant, but there's something weird that I can put words into it. It's like he seemed very matured and serious already. And then my brother John has like, okay, let's stop for a little bit, and we had to go get gas. So we did gas the car at the gas station and everything, right? And then there's this kids, you know, singing Christmas carols. So we gave him a little few, you know, a few amount as a Christmas present and everything. So while driving home, I was very in Bicol, it's called Nalion. It's like I was like, oh my god, I keep saying oh my god, because I'm seeing like different vehicles. I'm seeing like different vehicles, different trucks. One of the things that I've noticed that in Legazpi, I've seen this jeepney, and the name is Shirley, and then there's also like Boss and everything. And I don't know, because when I was in Minnesota, we have this kind of thing, like I like to pay attention to plates and everything, plates of cars and everything. And I feel like this is something similar to how it was in the Philippines, or to how it was in Minnesota, like the plate numbers and everything. There's just something weird. But anyway, I was like saying, oh my god, this is weird. I keep, you know, taking videos of the mountain and everything. It looks different from how it was. It looks like there's a lot of improvement already. And then, you know, Nathan was just there. He was holding my hand. He was looking at my hands, and, you know, my nails. I was like, oh my god, I'm finally here. And then we drove home. It was a smooth trip. I think it's like an hour trip from Legazpi to Barangay Paco, where our house is located. So there you go. It's December 25. It's Christmas Day. It's raining a little bit. It's gloomy as well. I'm wearing my red top with rose in it that I got from Target, and then my white jeans and everything, and then my pink hat. So there you go. And then I saw my neighbor right away there, and then I saw my mom while I'm still inside the car. And then my brother John was saying, no, don't open the door, I will open the door for you. So that was very sweet. That was very sweet of my brother. So he opened the door for me, right? And there you go. And then my mom was teary-eyed. I was like, because my mom did not anticipate that I'm coming home on a Christmas Day. So there you go. My mom was like, you know, she was like teary-eyed and everything. I was like, oh, you know. I don't want to cry. I just want to chill and everything. But anyway, so there you go. I arrived home. Oh my god, my house is just I mean, it's because it's also my brother's my niece's birthday, Julia's first birthday. They have their own place in a different barangay, but they were there. My brother's girlfriend or slash partner was there. They're celebrating Julia's first birthday at home. And then I saw the counselor Dan Inahi there as well. So there you go. I was very tired. I didn't really have a chance to, you know, to hang out with them. So I did go to the bedroom straight, and I fell asleep. And that's about it. I mean, I really didn't see anything unusual or anything weird that day. But I didn't expect them to, you know, to have a big welcome band or whatever kind of stuff, like, hey, welcome to the Philippines kind of thing, because I didn't tell anyone. I told my brother John and Peter about me going home. I didn't even tell them to tell my son, because I wanted to surprise them. Oh, there you go. So there you have it. So I got home and then I rested. Um, so so that's the story of my trip. I arrived December 25 of 2024. It's Christmas Day. Merry Christmas. Um, there you go. What happened after? I'm going to take another separate video of it. But how was my what's my reaction of what I've seen so far? It looks like everything looks clean. It's, you know, I don't see a lot of trash on the road from Legazpi going home. If there's anything that I've noticed, there's a lot of dogs on the street. There's a lot of animals on the street, which is probably dangerous for drivers, especially they causes a lot of accidents in the past. um, but anyway, that's about it. I'll post another video of my life in the Philippines and my Huntington life in a separate video. So I'm still here at the beach right now. It's very peaceful here. I want to see if I can wait the sun setting. Have a beautiful day.